Hi guys, thanks very much for joining me today. So I've come up to Grafham Water for my first trip out on a boat. It's bitterly cold this morning and it was -2 when I left in the car. But what we're going to go through today is some early season tactics from the boat, and we're also going to be having a sneak peek at Wychwood's new EVA luggage. So without further ado, let's get into it. Well, that's me and Tom in the boats, and we're just setting up for our morning session. Now it's still bitterly cold. There's a fairly, I wouldn't call it a stiff breeze, but 10 to 11 mile an hour wind. So I've set up with a DI7 sweep line, and I intend to fish 2 boobies on quite a short leader, maybe 12 feet, with the boobies being 6 feet apart. And I'm just going to pass you over to Tom, and he's going to tell you how he's setting up.
So I've also set up on a Sync 7 line. I'm using the RS Comp rod, really fast action rod, and I'm going to be setting up for a fly that I'm known for fishing. I'm going to be using 2 humongous, and I'm going to set those up on a 16-foot leader. I'm going to go 6 foot to the first fly, and then I'm going to have them 10 feet apart. That will catch the stocky rainbows, but there's been a few nice browns about, so I'm hoping to bump into one of those.
Well, it's a lovely day, but it's still bitterly cold. We've got to our first mark. Tom's just sorting out the drogue, and we're going to drift into the stumps and see how we get on. Well, the day's off to a great start. I took a serious hit early doors. I'm casting out the DI7 sweep as far as I can, and I'm bringing it straight back. No countdown, and on the way back I got a dunt. Didn't secure a fish, but on the very next cast I felt something near my line, and then eventually it took the top dropper, which is the candy floss booby. So no retrieve back, mixing it up with figure of 8 and long slow pulls. And as soon as I thought the fish was there, I lifted in, and it was a cracking bar of silver for Grafham Water. So over the moon to a good start. I'm still waiting on my boat partner Tom catching one.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, there we go. Look at this.
Okay, so got a nice example of an overwintered rainbow here. Not massive, but nicely silvered up, got a lovely tail. This one took a black and gold humongous on a DI7. I was counting it down on the drop, got to 10 seconds and the line just yanked tight. Lovely fish.
We've come in off the water, and I'm stood with Tom Finney from Wychwood, and he's going to just give you a quick tour of the Wychwood's EVA luggage. So I'll leave Tom to it. Tom?
Hi guys. So what we have here is the new EVA boatman bag. Now this is a fully EVA version of the popular boatman bag that's been really successful. So it's a 50 litre bag made of EVA materials, so that means it's completely waterproof, and it has a massive storage area to get all your fly boxes and tackle in. So also in the range we have 2 EVA reel cases, a large EVA case and a compact EVA case. Both of these will fit inside the bag. So today I'm just going to be using the compact reel case. It holds more than enough lines for a pleasure session. You can get over a dozen spools in there, no problem. It has a see-through lid, so you can see the reels and lines without having to open the case. Also in the range we have 2 EVA accessory bags. This one, it has a foil lining, so it's perfect for keeping any food that you take out cool and dry. And you can see can fit all your lunch you want in there. We also have a fully EVA version of this bag, which can be used for keeping drogues in or anything that you don't want to get wet. Today we're actually going to be using it for our camera equipment. That's it. As you in the bag, I've got loads of room for boxes. I've got 5 of these boxes in here and still got room for more. This will keep all your gear dry on a day's fishing, and we all know how rough it can get on these reservoirs. So let's go out there and see what we can catch.
Well, sport's been fairly consistent today. Tom's just taken a cracking rainbow. We're still on the fast sinking lines, and the fish are quite deep, but this fish is stunning. We're catching a lot of fish at the moment actually with flies in their mouth, and that's because anglers are not using strong enough tippet material for the fishing here at Grafham. But let's have a look at this fish Tom's got, and he can tell you how he's caught it.
So I've just caught this lovely overwintered rainbow. This is a lovely eating size. You can see there in the mouth the humongous that it's had. But this fish is actually, I'll take that out, busted someone up on lighter line. So go be careful what line you're using. But if you can see, that line's gone in there, and it's actually come out the back side of the fish. And there's the fly that it's swallowed, and it's gone straight through the fish and out. So use stronger line early season, guys.
Well, we've come up into Savages just to give the buzzers a wee go. Well, I'm giving the buzzers a wee go. That heathen over there's still pulling big humonguses, but he's just been snapped off on a zander. So there's a few fish around here. The buzzers hasn't produced much yet, but I'm going to give it a good hour and just to see if I can't entice a few fish to the boat. But it's much nicer up this part of the reservoir. The wind's bitter cold today, and I'm glad of the respite, to be honest. Well, we've been up at the back of the wind, and although it's very comfortable, we're not catching many fish, so we're going to get back in the washing machine and get down and dirty again, because it's all about catching fish, isn't it? Well, we're going to have another couple of drifts and then call it a day. It's been a pulling day. The wind's dropped away nicely now and we're catching quite a few fish. We've had well over 20 fish to the boat, which is great by anyone's standard, but going by recent reports, not as many as you would think we would have had. But a lot of fish have come short today to the lures, and maybe that's because they've had a bit of pressure, but still it's great to be back in a boat and back at Grafham Water. It provides superb sport for the visiting angler. So if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please make sure you click that subscribe button. I would really appreciate your support.